Hello everybody, and welcome back to the channel, and furthermore, welcome back to yet another exciting figure review. Tonight we're taking a look at the Five Nights at Freddy's 10-year anniversary Freddy Fazbear from the Five Nights at Freddy's movie. Now, of course, this is a huge line of 4 figures from the Five Nights at Freddy's live-action movie, and we've reviewed all of the figures thus far, finishing up the look at this lineup with the Freddy Fazbear figure. And you can see Freddy Fazbear there in the window, a nice render, Five Nights at Freddy's, Pop Games, number 1060, Five Nights at Freddy's 10-year anniversary. Side of the box, you can see a nice render of the figure there in the FNAF 2 office hallway, and there's like a very faint image of Withered Freddy in the back there. You can see the full lineup here on the box. Nice render of Freddy again. FNAF 2 office with Freddy Fazbear, Bonnie, Foxy, and Chica. Side of the box says Freddy Fazbear. Top of the box, you got the top of Freddy's head, Funko Pop Games, Funko, and that pretty much wraps up the box on Freddy Fazbear. So without further ado, I'm going to take a few minutes to get this one out of the box. Don't go away, there's more figure review to be had. Alright, here is Freddy out of the box, and real quick, just before we take a look at the actual figure, here is the display base. The Five Nights at Freddy's 10 years display base. Really cool. I've never seen Funko do a fancy anniversary display base for any of their other figures. Only Five Nights at Freddy's, and I have a few of those other anniversary figures. So it pegs in right here. And now he's on the base. Now, I really love the pose of this thing. I love how his eyebrows are narrowed, making him look angry. He's kind of reaching for you, which is cool. And he's walking. Even his foot right here, as you can see, is bent, like mid-step, which is really nice. It brings some animation to the figure and makes it look really dynamic. I really like this Freddy. I also like how you can see his endoskeleton eyelids there, which is cool. Just an all-around nice figure of Freddy. But yeah, and that also completes the collection of Five Nights at Freddy's movie Funko Pops, right? We have the whole set. And I really like this collection. I think they look really cool. They're super awesome. You get the really cool 10-year anniversary display base for each of them, and they have to be the best designs of the Fazbear Band that we've ever seen in Funko Pop form. So, really cool. I love how all these work, and I think Foxy is the best because he's got the fur texture, and he's got like the actual colored eye, which is cool, but all of them are pretty cool looking, to say the least. But we're not here about them, we're here about Freddy Fazbear. And he looks really cool. I love the position of his hand, like he's reaching. I love how he's like walking, like maybe he's like walking down the hallway to go kill the night guard, or in this case, because he's from the movie, Mike and Abby. Who knows? But it's really cool. He's got a microphone there. It looks really awesome. I like how this looks. There's nothing too crazy about this guy other than he's got a really dynamic pose and his eyebrows are narrowed and he's got eyelids, but he just looks like the regular FNAF 1 Freddy, the original design of Freddy, classic Freddy if you will. And I think that this figure captures that look quite nicely, despite it being the version of the character from the movies. So with that being said, I'm gonna move us into some comparisons. Alright, first up for comparison, we have Withered Freddy. Nightmare Freddy, Twisted Freddy, Balloon Freddy, the Hot Topic exclusive Blacklight Freddy, and finally, the Amazon exclusive Moonlight Freddy. I love this figure, and that goes for the whole line. I knew that this was going to be a great figure because I was deeply impressed with all of the other figures in this movie lineup, getting all of them in shot here again, just because they all look so cool next to one another. See if I can get all three of them here, like I had before. There we go. There we go. And I, again, love this lineup of figures, okay? You got the designs of the Fazbear Band from the live-action Five Nights at Freddy's movie, and I think that out of modern depictions of the Five Nights at Freddy's characters, specifically the main four, I think that Funko did a great job. Obviously, it wasn't hard for Funko to improve upon what came out for the original Five Nights at Freddy's Funko Pops, because that was 10 years ago, and now we're here in 2026 with these new revamped movie versions. With that being said, hope you guys enjoyed. Do take care, have a great night, and I'll see you in the next video.